how does a machine decide if an email is spam, if a customer will buy, or if a patient has a disease? It's all start with one simple algorithm. Welcome to Humans, where I break down data science and machine learning in the simplest way possible. Today we are talking about logistic regression, an algorithm that do not predict numbers. It predicts decision. It takes your input data and finds a pattern, and then it uses a Sigmoid function to quiz everything into a probability between 0 and 1. Anything above 0 becomes yes, and anything below becomes no. This is the simplest logic power spam filters, medical diagnosis, fraud detection, and marketing predictions. And the best part, logistic regression is one of the easiest and most important ML algorithm you will ever learn. So let's break it down the simplest way possible. Logistic regression. The graph is look like a S-shaped curve. Okay, this is a sigmoid function. So next, logistic regression is a supervised machine learning algorithm that is widely used for binary classification tasks. Simplicity. It is easy to implement and understand and interpret compared to the complex algorithm. And it provides a probabilistic output. Provides a probability between a 0 to 1 and instead of just a class labels. So it provides a less data hungry. Works well even when small datasets compared to the deep learning. Advantages. It is good for linear separable data, performs well when class can be separated by a state line or a decision boundary. It provides a regularization support, can we use an L1 and L2 to avoid overfitting. Handles the imbalanced data with the weights. You can adjust the class weight to handle the imbalance. So it is mainly useful in the for detecting it is a spam or not. Okay, so identifying whether the email is spam or not, and diagnosing a disease by accessing the presence or the absence of specific condition based on the patient test results. This probability indicates that the likelihood that has a given input corresponds to one of predefined categories. The essential mechanism of a logistic regression is grounded in the logistic function and ability to model a probability of binary outcomes accurately. With its distinctive S-shaped curve, the logistic function effectively maps any real value numbers to a value within 0 to 1 and interval t. This feature renders it particularly suitable for binary classification tasks and such as sorting emails into a spam or not spam. The essential mechanism of a logistic regression is grounded in the logistic function ability to model the probability of binary outcomes accurately. Sigmoid function. Logistic regression uses a sigmoid or logistic function to map any real value number into a probability between 0 and 1. So where sigma of z, where it is a function, it is equal to the 1 divided by 1 plus e power minus z. Decision boundary, where it contains a decision boundary of a S-shaped curve where the line represents the decision boundary. It classifies 0.5. Here the 0.5 is classified as 1 and here classified as 0. Cost function. It uses a log loss for this cost function, where the cost function is look like this. Instead of using a mean square error, logistic regression uses the log loss or binary cross entropy. Types of logistic regression. Binary logic regression. It uses two classes like spam or not spam. Multinomial logistic regression. More than 2 class variables without an order. Predicting a apple or banana. It predicts more than 2 classes without an order like fruits, vegetables animals, or birds. Ordinal logistic regression. It provides an two or more classes with the order like bad, average, good. Next, we will see the applications of logistic regression. Spam. Spam detection. Where the important the logistic regression will work. And applications of logistic regression, customer churn prediction. Predicting customer activities using logistic regression can improve their performance compared to other language models. Fraud detection. So in this fraud detection, there could be an very useful for classifying the spam or not spam. Let's begin with the one problem. Example problem. Logistic regression derivation. Problem statement. A company wants to predict whether a customer will buy a product. Y is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. Or y is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. Based on the amount of money they spend on the advertisement XXX. So the data set is, so here the p of y equal to 1 bar x is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus e power minus wx plus b. This is a sigmoid function. We can assume the relationship between the logistic regression model. The amount of they spend on the advertisement. Here the ad spend and purchases. Logistic sigmoid function. 1 divided by 1 plus e power minus z is a sigmoid function. Logistic regression uses sigmoid function to map any real value number between number z into a probability between 0 and 1. Z is equal to w power t into x plus b. For the logistic regression, z is a linear function for the input features.